Doggone, written and illustrated by Rob Biddulph. I'm Edward Pugglesworth. How do you do? And this is my house, where I live with my crew. There's Foxy, Lord Squeakerton, Hot Dog, the bears, and Dave, my pet human. I keep him upstairs. He's not too much trouble. He's tidy and neat. He plays with his ball, and he eats the odd treat. I love my pet human. He's loyal and true. But sometimes I think that I should have got two. And now for our story. I'll always remember that crisp autumn day at the end of September. I woke Dave at 8 with a good morning bark, and I took him straight out for his walk in the park. The air cooled our breath as we kicked through the leaves. We bumped into Shadow. We said hi to Jeeves. We nodded to Heron, gave Rabbit a wave, and then we both froze, and I hid behind Dave. For there in the shed by the merry-go-round, they say that a terrible troll can be found. With fur-covered face and huge eyes of bright green, he loves chasing dogs with his eating machine. My heart was aflutter, a leaf on the breeze, as we crept past the shed and the dark twisted trees. Then we both ran just as fast as we could, and we didn't stop running till the cherry tree wood. Relieved, we decided to play with Dave's ball, and that's when we noticed the rain start to fall. A rumble of thunder, the wind gathered speed. It's home time, I woofed, and put Dave on his lead. We set off at pace, but the storm came in fast, and then, by the bench, I felt something zoom past. 2 squirrels, a flurry of grey, white and black. "Your acorns," I shouted. "You've dropped them. Come back." I picked up the nuts and began to give chase. I flew through the woods like a rocket through space. Alas, I could not catch that squirrely pair, so I turned to my human. But Dave wasn't there. I retraced my steps. Where on earth did he go? I bumped into Heron, but she didn't know, and neither did Rabbit. He hadn't a clue. I'd lost my pet human. What was I to do? I ran to the bandstand. I circled the pond. I looked through the wood and the meadow beyond. Finally, with a cold feeling of dread, I went back to check out the scary troll shed. I pushed with my nose and the door opened wide. I took a deep breath and I tiptoed inside. And there in the darkness, an awful surprise, for looking straight at me were 2 bright green eyes. My hackle shot up, and with trembling knees I ran from the shed through the dark twisted trees. I zigged and I zagged. I could hear him behind me. I needed to hide where the troll wouldn't find me. But then, a dead end. I was trapped in between the fence and the terrible eating machine. My legs turned to jelly. My thoughts were a muddle. And then the troll grabbed me and gave me a cuddle. "Hello there," he said. "What a handsome young fellow. I've seen you before with that chap dressed in yellow." "Oh dear, have you lost him? Well, that just won't do. Fear not, little doggy. I'll find him for you." We rode his machine to the place that sells tea, and there was my human as safe as could be. A whirlwind of huggles and licks and embraces. Kindness was found in the strangest of places. And so, dearest reader, our story ends here. A day of adventure, new friendships and cheer. Have fun in the park. But I do recommend that you keep a close eye on your 2-legged friend. The end.